I'm going to speak a little fast in this video to get done quickly, but you can replay this as much as you need to make sure that you get all of this information down. All right. To this month, we are studying all about bar graphs. All right. Let's jump right in. All right. So you should receive a packet, which you are going to turn into your math teacher at the end of this month, okay? October 18th, this packet is going to be turned into your teacher. Until then, you have to take great care of it, all right? Last week, you all completed a speakable activity, and you're going to record your score right there. Today, you're going to be working on this packet, and your teacher's going to, your advisor is going to confirm how many pages you completed. If you are ninth through 10th, you got to complete the first graph, summarize the first, at least one graph. If you're 11th grade and 12th grade, you got to summarize two graphs, all right? Then next week, we're going to be working on IXL, and based on what grade you're in, you're going to have to earn that score. And then the following week, I'm going to be sending out a quiz for you guys. I'm going to 5-question, 5-point quiz. Okay. So after you've done all that, the 18th, you're going to turn this into your math teacher. So please go ahead and put your name on this document, put your advisor's name, and your math teacher's name. All right. Let's jump right in. Taco Thursdays. Remember, taco stands for title, axes, chart type, and then observations. All right. What do we learn about bar graphs? Well, bar graph, we use columns or rows, right? So we use these bars to signify how much a particular category has. All right. Let's go ahead and remember that bar graphs can be horizontal or they can be vertical. Vertical is up and down, horizontal is left and right. We're going to use this data to create our own bar graph. All right. Some students compared how many clubs they belong to. Use the data in the table to complete the bar graph below. How about Melissa? We had 3 people, Melissa, Vincent, and Travis, and the number of clubs that they participated in. Melissa participated in 2, so we already have that outlined here. So let's go ahead and shade that in. All right, for Melissa, she did 2. All right, what about Vincent? He only did 1. So see how 1 is there? Let's go ahead and shade that in. 1 for Vincent. All right, and then we have Travis. Wow, this guy. Travis did 4. So let's go ahead and shade in 4 for Travis. 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Travis. We just created a bar graph. Good job, guys. All right, so now that we've created a bar graph, let's go ahead and interpret a bar graph. We're going to analyze a bar graph, all right? Before we do anything, let's take note of the title, average sentence for federal drug defendants by plea or trial, okay? So this is talking about people, how much time they spent in prison based on whether they pleaded guilty or they went to trial. We have an independent axis, which is whether they plead or went to trial. And then we have a dependent axis, which is the average prison sentence. Okay? So the prison sentence depends on whether they pled guilty or they went to trial. All right? As we do our summary, here's a word bank that we can try to use. Please try to use some words from the word bank to fill out when you're doing your observations, okay? First of all, what is our title? All right, we have the title right there. The title is, go ahead and blacken this in, average prison sentence for federal drug defendants by trial. It's right there. That's our title. All right, what about our independent variable? Independent. Well, it's right here. Plea versus trial. All right. So let's go ahead and get that down. What about our dependent? Our dependent variable. All right. Our dependent is right there. Average prison sentence. The average prison sentence. All right. What about the chart type? What type of chart is this? Bar graph. All that we're focusing on this month is bar graphs. All right. Let's look at some observations. Well, what type of chart is this? Is it vertical or is it horizontal? It's going from left to right. I would say that is a horizontal bar graph. That's an observation that we can make. All right. Well, which bar? We have two categories: plea or trial. Which one served the most time on average? Plea or trial? Well, obviously the trial. Okay. So let's go ahead and write that down as one of our observations. Those who went to trial have more months in prison. Okay. So those are our two observations. There are many other observations that we can look at, many other observations. But let's just go with those two for right now. All right. So once again, now we're going to take this information and we're going to complete our summary. So the real focus is our summary. All right. That is what we want to complete. And we're using the information that we extracted to complete our summary. Well, what was the chart type? We know that the type of chart is a what? You said it. Bar graph. Bar graph. So the bar graph. And what about the title? Well, just look up above. And what is our title? You guessed it. The title is average sentence for, it's right there. Good. What about our dependent variable? What was our dependent variable? Average prison sentence. Okay. How about our independent variable? We had two of them. One was the plea. Okay. And if we want to be more specific, plead guilty. All right. The plea. And the other was go to trial. All right. And based on the graph, what was our observations? We had two of them. Let's go ahead and fill those in. And our other observation. All right. Now we have a nice summary. So let's go ahead and read that aloud together. The bar graph titled average sentence for federal drug defendants by plea trial shows how the number of months of the average prison sentence depends on a person's decision to plead guilty or to go to trial. Based on the graph, those who went to trial have more months, and this is a horizontal bar graph. Okay. We can rearrange those, that doesn't matter, but all we want to get two pieces of information. All right. And we can, if we want to be more specific, those who went to trial serve more months where? In prison. So that's like if you're 11th and 12th grade, I expect you to write something more coherent like that. All right. But anyway, that's it, guys. And if you're 11 and 12, then you're going on to the next graph and you're going to analyze this guy right here. All right. Thank you so much.